again at Auto Club Speedway. Brad Keselowski on the outside to his inside. The Toyota of Kyle Busch. It's the Toyota of Kyle on the brake. But here comes the Ford of Brad back on the outside.
Hello everyone, and we're back. It's LA Diecast here, and obviously we've got some more Matchbox cars to take a look at today. We've had a lot of Matchbox cars coming through. In fact, we're not even halfway through the Matchbox cars that we've got. We also got a huge box of Blackwall Hot Wheels that we're going to be covering in the next couple videos. So we'll start with the Matchbox. I'm going to cut away here and we'll take a look at these individually, but first I wanted to see if any of the old timers there could tell in that big old pile of Matchbox cars which two are the real gems. There's one there that's worth around $15 to $20. There's one there that's worth I'd say $6 to $10 maybe. Which one is it? Give you a second to look, and it is this one, this Sand Racer. That guy is pretty hard to find, and he is in great shape. His little antenna's a little bent, but he goes for around $20. The other one is this little guy here, who's really kind of a little nondescript guy. He is not the oldest by any means. He's a Ford Escort Cabriolet XR3i, and this little guy is also hard to find. So we're going to take a look at the rest of these, and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. If you hear some sounds in the background, I got Andrew on one side playing with a track, and I've got the water heater just happened to come on the other side of me here. So yeah, these two little guys are really the real find in the last batch. This little Sand Racer, and I'll zoom in there so you can see it. As far as I know, this is the only coloring they made of this, which is odd for Matchbox. They usually make a whole bunch of colorings. It's got the 211, the Union tampos, Goodyear 211 on the front. My little antenna is a little bent, but that doesn't really matter. It's also got these these big kind of racing slick wheels on the back. So there's that one. That one goes for around $20. And mine is not in mint shape, but it's close to mint. And this one here, he is just a hard to find car. This is the only one I've ever seen of this one. And you can see he's in good shape. Not that old of a car. I would guess this guy came out in the 90s. I'm not sure. And we can get a close-up there of his base. And get the light on it. It's a Ford Escort Cabriolet, Macau casting. So those two guys, probably the two best finds of the last lot. Take a look at the rest of them. We've got two Ferraris here. One is a Ferrari 309 and a Ferrari Testarossa. There we go. Might as well put the other Ferrari Testarossa in there. So we got three Ferraris. Got these guys. I have a couple of these. These are real easy to find, this particular color. There's a lot of the red Ferraris. There's probably about 20 different Ferraris and in red, all from the super fast or just after the super fast era. And I'm not sure if I have these or not. I think I have this one, and I don't think I have this one. So a couple Ferraris for us. We've got another Ferrari F40s. Got two of them. These aren't very old and not really worth too much. This one's got this crazy yellow windshield on it. And this little guy's got this little gradient from kind of purple to bluish purple on him. So we got those two. We got Oldsmobile Aerotech. This is a cool little car because the back opens. There you go. It's a cool looking car. Not worth much. Found this one at a car show, and I picked up a bunch of super fast cars, and I had a bunch in the box, and I asked the guy, I'd give him the price he was asking for the super fast if he'd throw in some of these older or some of these newer models like this one. This is a Jaguar. Oh, it's a Jaguar something. What is it? It's a Jaguar X something. Can't read it. My eyes aren't that good. I doubt anybody would paint their Jaguar X something X colors. You can see inside. It doesn't have a solid windshield. Pretty cool car, in great shape. We've also got the big bangers, although these are not big bangers, sorry. These are Red Riders. And the reason I got that mixed up is because, well, now I got them really mixed up. This is a Red Rider. Okay, sorry. This is a Red Rider. Let's start with him. The others are Cosmic Blues. There's 3 of these cars that Matchbox puts out, or at least that I know of. There's the Red Rider, which is this one, and it's got these crazy kind of pipes in the front. I have about 4 of these. They really aren't worth much. They were a very popular car, so there was a lot of them out there. Also, we've got these Cosmic Blues. All 4 of these are Cosmic Blues. And there's another one called a Big Banger that looks a lot like this Cosmic Blues. The only way I can tell them apart at first glance is the Big Bangers have a division here on the windshield, and Cosmic Blues don't. So none of these are worth much as far as I know. They're all in good shape. I had a couple of these when I was a kid. I don't think I had any of these. So the Cosmic Blues, there's the 2 that were in the back, the black and the blue. We've also got some stock cars. We'll get all these out here. Not all the same casting. At first glance, these always look the same to me. I love stock car racing. Me and Andrew are going to the stock car races tomorrow. But to tell you the truth, I really don't know much about the cars. And this one, now I got them all mixed up. This one is a International Grand Prix stock car. Grand Prix stock car. This one is a Lumina, I believe. Yep. This one is a Lumina. And this one is a Thunderbird. So, some really cool ones. These tend to, all of these stock cars tend to not be worth a lot. They've all got these big Goodyear tire, Eagle tires on them. And all the rest of the cars that I've got here have these larger tires. They're kind of unusual. They're great for customs. I just hate ripping these cars up, so I don't usually use them. But these Eagle Goodyear tires, you could see that they were on Matchbox for a few years. They were not a series. I think they were mixed into the regular line. But they'd put out a few of these cars with these wheels each year. So next up, we've got some, these are flash side pickup, right? Flash side pickup? Yeah, flare side pickup. Flare side pickups. These are a favorite of collectors, especially pickup collectors. I'm not sure. My blue with the orange is a favorite, but this one tends to be a favorite. And again, they've got those big tires. It's hard to see on them. Let me see if I can zoom in there. But they say Goodyear Eagle, I believe. Goodyear Racing. Goodyear Racing tires. It's hard to find them with the rims in good shape. We've got this cool little modified racer. He's in a little bit more beat up shape. Got a little sprint track racer. You can see all of them have those same tires on them, those kind of odd tires, and they'd mix them. These are the Goodyear Racing tires on the back with the Goodyear Eagle tires on the front. Same with this one, a little bit more beat up. Let's see here. We've also got, we'll throw this guy in the mix. This one's got the Goodyear Eagle tires. He's a sunburner. And I have quite a few of these. We got another one in the lot that we got at the car show the other day. All of them have those tires, though. I love those tires. Every time I see those tires, I'm kind of a sucker. I end up buying it. That's why I have quite a few of these. And then we've got our own little Grand Prix here. We'll line them up. Get them to drive by the grandstand for you. There we go. And here they come. So these guys, put that guy back there. Again, most of them have the, do all these? Yeah, all these do. They have the big racing tires on the back, but then they'll have these little, oh, what were these called? Crown spokes or something like that on the front. And we've got the yellow. This is the yellow Goodyear. This guy's kind of neat looking. He's a rad racing team. Some of these are in good shape. The yellow ones are pretty beat up. This guy lost his airfoil. He's not going to handle the turns too well, I don't think. Another airfoil will turn up for him somewhere. We've also got some little Grand Prix racers. I think these are F1, yeah, Grand Prix racers. These are F1 racers, these guys. The little kind of squashed cars are the Grand Prix racers. These are the F1s, sorry. These are the F1 racers, Grand Prix racers. And this one is pretty nice. This one's got some crazy pink and blue going on him. So we've got those guys. And then last but not least is this little guy. He is a Mustang. There he is. We'll get the F1s out of the way. And we've got this little Mustang with these crazy wheels on him. And they made quite a few different colors of these. Saw a gray one of these at the flea market the other day, and they wanted too much for it. I should mention I got all these in a lot of Matchbox cars. There was about probably 100 to 120 in all, and I paid only $60 for the whole lot. So got them for about 50 cents a piece. And most of them were in real good shape. So that's going to do it for this little look back in time at our Matchbox cars. I will mention again that we've got our contest going on at Ellie Diecast on YouTube. If you go to our last video, which was called something like 500th subscriber contest giveaway, all you need to do is post below that video saying you want to be in the contest, and you're in the contest. So all you got to do, just post below, say you want to be in the contest, and you're in. You can see what we're giving away there. Lots of treasure hunts and some harder to find cars. It's open to anybody in the whole world as long as you've got an address that I can send to. And, you know, we got 500 subscribers finally. The contest, by the way, will end when we get to 600 subscribers. So I'm going to sign off on this segment, and we'll see you over at the customs. Bye-bye. Okay, and we're back. I was going to show you what I had done this week over here in the workshop, but I got to thinking, since I was sitting here working on some stuff, that I would show you how I use some of the tampos, and we'd see a paint job get done today. We'll do it in multiple segments, so this will be a quick segment actually. First, let's take a look over here at what got done, or at least the more interesting stuff. I've been painting up a lot of mocked up models for the LE Custom Store on Facebook, so that you can see the scale of the different items on the cars. But here's the customs that I got done. I got done the second Wolfie's Donut van, which is exactly like the first one, except the first one we no longer have. The first one is sitting over at the Wolfie's Donut store here in Lake Elsinore, California, and it is sitting up on his top shelf. He's very happy with it. This is ours that we're going to keep. The only thing different is I stacked the donuts a little different on this one. and that was so that it would fit in a display case. The first one, I had to make my own display case, and it was kind of a pain just because I stacked the donuts too high. Made this little custom. What is this? This is a, it's upside down. It is a, I don't know. I don't know what that is. It doesn't have the name on the bottom, but we finished this one. Pretty happy with it. The flames are from the masks that we sell in the store, and I just did a kind of an easy gradient from purple to red, and then masked out the red and painted over with the purple. And so what you're seeing there is the no, I take that back. That is not how I did that. I used the negative of the mask, and I painted those flames in red because they're actually a slightly different red color than the back. So I painted that over the gradients. It's got real rubber tires on it. Real riders, I should say. And those rims are not painted, but I put some gold trim on the back rim there. So pretty happy with this one. You can see there in the light that it's got it goes from orange to red, and that's because of the way the paint is layered on it. And then this guy, who is just a restoration, and I didn't think to even take any pictures of these before getting them over here in the workshop, but this one was just a trashed fawn. This is a fawn dump truck, I think. Yeah, it's a fawn dump truck. Matchbox, super fast, and it was in pretty sad shape, but its wheels were in real good shape. So all I did was polish up the wheels. I sanded out all the little dings and dents on it, or most of them, and repainted it close to the color that it was. It was hard to tell what the color was. Most of the paint was missing. I think this was a red dump bin back here, which is, that version is worth a little bit more, but it was pretty well trashed. So I just painted it all yellow. So those are the guys that we got for the collection this week. But what I've really been working on, if we come on over here, is these mask sets. Are these mask sets. And you can see here, I'll peel one off. This is what I was using for this particular custom I was working on. But they just peel right off. And I'll just peel this one all the way off. You're left with either a positive, we'll put him back in, or a negative. And you can see there is that's the negative. Put him back on there so you can see. And I've used one set of these. This just happens to be kind of some curved shapes. And so I've applied them to this car. And this is a little Coronet Super Bee. I've taped it off so that I'm going to end up with a stripe on the top. The hood is going to be painted a new color. And then I've used the mask to kind of carve out this curved area here. And again, that's that mask that I used right there. So I've just used it right there. And the masks are sized for muscle cars, basically in mine. Most of them have muscle cars, or they'll have a few larger ones for dairy deliveries, drag buses, that type of thing. A little bit about the paint real quick. The paint, which I don't know if I'll get it to show up on camera. The light isn't too good here. But I was after a satin finish, a lot like you might see on a Hot Wheels Classics. And I did that. Got pretty close. I did that by, it's a white primer base covered with a gold. I'll show you. Gold, where is it? Gold, yellow, okay. There we go. Covered with wicked color gold first over a white primer base, then sprayed with Auto Colors yellow, and I really like the Auto Color paint. I tend to use the Wicked Color paint because it's a little cheaper. It's acrylic. But the Auto Color is fantastic. I have some of this, and I'm switching everything over to Auto Color eventually here. And then I use this aluminum base, this one, over the top of that. Sorry, mixed in with the yellow. So it was white primer, gold, yellow mixed with aluminum. And then I put in some metal flake, which is giving it that sheen. And then on top of that, I sprayed it with another coat of yellow and then put clear on it. And if you're wondering where the satin came from, it was from this aluminum, the Wicked Color aluminum, mixed in with the paint. It kind of gives it a dull sheen. There you go. Well, anyways, that's enough about the paint. So now we've got this all masked. I've taped off the areas that I don't want the paint to hit. So what I should be ending up with here once I paint it is I'm going to end up with color here, here, and here, and everywhere that's masked is going to stay gold. So I'll be back after I do all that, and in the meantime, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, and we're back, and I've sprayed the Super Bee here with mostly this color on the parts that weren't masked out, with a little bit of this mixed in. And what I ended up with was this kind of emerald green color. And you can see that the, if I can get it in focus there, that the metal flake is still showing through. I did not use any clear on this mixed in, although I guess I could have. I just sprayed really light coats and heated the car up in between coats, and I put 3 coats on. I just used a hairdryer to basically clean it off. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the tape, and we'll see what we've got left. Be right back. Okay, I've taken the tape off, and you can see what I was left with. Let me scoot this this paint pole underneath here. So what we ended up with is everything that wasn't masked, that was painted green. You can see that outline right there of where the mask was, and that's why the masks are helpful. But all the taping helped too. You can see on the top that stripe came out pretty good. And no real touch-up that I need to do on this guy. I'm going to put some tampos on it, and in the end we'll have a pretty sweet new car. So hopefully in the next video down the road we'll show you what this guy turned out like. Alright, well, thanks for watching this week. Next week hopefully we'll have this done. Remember, we've got our contest going on. Check the last video labeled 100 or 500th subscriber, and you could enter some good stuff if you have not already entered. Also check us out on Facebook at LE Diecast and at LE Customs if you'd like to buy some masks like the ones that I used. Thanks for watching. See you next week.